Welcome to the Spiritually Unapologetic Podcast. I am Darrell.
And this is Reese.
Thanks for tuning in with us. Shalom, people. This is just a kick it session, how we just go kick it and tell you topics that's been on our mind or how we feel. Basically, we just want to know, your eyes open or you sleep out there? Did you see what's going on in the world? We got massive earthquakes. We got hurricane after hurricane. We got fire after fire. What do y'all think was going on out there? What do you really think? I hope you don't think it's global warming. No. There is no global warming. What is being warmed up is that, that wine press. That's what's being warmed up.
Great wine press. We're getting wound up. And all that climate change. No, and that's what's going to happen. Everybody think the mark of the beast is going to be a chip. It's going to be Sunday worship. Sunday worship, blaspheming the Most High God's Sabbath. Most people don't even care about the Sabbath. They working on it, they partying on it, they doing everything. But when it come down to it, just like the 3 Hebrew boys that got through in that fire and Yeshua HaMashiach brought them out, you're going to have to bow down to whatever they talking about. So if they say, hey, we doing this on Sunday and you can't work and you got to blaspheme that Sabbath, you're going to go along with it anyway, because most of y'all don't even know that the Sabbath is Saturday. But he only asked us to do what? To give him one day out of the whole week. And most of us doing what? We doing exactly what we want to do all during the week. But see, if you had the same zest and zeal and fortitude, intestinal fortitude that you have when somebody say it's called, you would say it's a party and I'm there. That's how you need to be when you're talking about these Shabbats and these feast days.
Yeah, all praise to the Most High. Yeah, I was having a conversation earlier today with I'm just going to say a Gentile, because they told me flat out, no, Sunday is the most holy day. Europe, they don't do nothing on Sunday. I'm like, you Constantine Christian, you. Let me tell you. Do you know your daddy Constantine changed the Sabbath, right? Mm-hmm. They looked at me like a deer in headlights. Mm-hmm. I'm like, yeah, you worship on the wrong day. You don't know that? And they were flabbergasted. They don't know nothing.
Yeah, you. That's when you Most High start peeling those layers, and I don't want to. I give it all praise to Abba Yahweh, because he's the one who peeled back my reprobate mind when I chose him, or he chose me, because he tell you, ye have not chosen me, I've chosen you. He chose me. He let me wallow around in that filth for 3 decades. 4 decades, and then he's like, all right, enough is enough, and he got me out that mud, and now I'm trying to rep for him, and I'm taking it one day by day. But the crazy part is, we are doing the same, our people, meaning the Israelites, we're doing the same thing. When you read that book and read it in its entirety and read it in its fullness, we are doing the same things we did 2,000 years ago when HaMashiach was walking around. We stiff-necked, we undisciplined, we want to eat what we want to eat, we want to sleep with who we want to sleep with, we want to worship gods that he told you that, I'm a jealous God, ain't no other God before me. But we want to, oh God, I'm sorry, can you take me back? It say it in the Bible, and then we doing the same thing now.
Yup. And it's only the one true God of the Bible. I don't want to hear all these other religions talking about I'm worshiping. First of all, the one in the Bible has been proven. You can go to Egypt, you can go anywhere and see his destruction was proven. The only one. Nobody else can prove anything but Yah of the Bible. So I don't even understand why that's a discussion out here, but back to what we're saying. Now, then you should get mad at your parents, especially the males. If you've been circumcised, You already under the covenant. You took the oath of the Abrahamic covenant. So when you out here sleeping with all these women and doing wrong, you wonder why you can't get stuff right. Because you operating in sin. Completely sin. You can't do what these other nations do. You're supposed to be held to a higher holy standard from the Most High.
Facts. And when you sinning like that, you're sinning against yourself. That's what the book said. You're sinning against yourself, and that's one of the egregious sins that the Most High God talks about in his book, Basic Instruction Before Leaving Earth. But then you wonder why, everything he says, it ain't about no party pooping and I can't do this and I can't do that. You accept and read and act on his law and live. You know you shouldn't be fornicating. You know you shouldn't be gay. You know you shouldn't be a glutton. You know you shouldn't be having sex without being married. But we know America, Babylon the Great, has normalized sin and ostracized the Most High's law.
Right. And I mean, it's so clear to me, all praise to the Most High. Why do you think they made a condom? Something got to be wrong if you need to put on something to interest somebody else. It's wait a minute now. If you got to put on a whole sleeve with something that's supposed to be naturally done, something's got to be wrong with you doing. Something's wrong.
Hey, it's so simple as hard, and that's fire, because I never really thought of it like that. But guess what? That's blatantly, that condom goes blatantly against what the Most High said. If the marriage bed is not defiled, you're supposed to be married, living with somebody, you living in sin. Anything other than the marriage covenant between a man and a woman is totally blasphemous against the Most High's order. It don't matter what society says. It don't matter what they doing right now. And guess what? The rainbow is ours. It's the Most High and his believers' rainbow. So you can keep playing if you want to. You better look at the news like he said with all these floods and earthquakes.
Yeah, people are being swept off the land. And that's the thing. You Christians, all you out here talking about we on rapture watch. Okay, keep watching, and when the angels come take you away and throw you in the furnace, hey, that's what you asked for. Because the meat is gonna inherit the earth. And so they go sweep y'all or get rid of all y'all can go. Just go. Cause I want my y'all supposed to give the Yahudim 40 acres in the mill, but the Most High will give us probably 4 million acres. So I'm just gonna wait on him.
Yeah, and we get that teaching that, hey, there will be, Christians alert, there will be no rapture. There's no pre-trib, post-trib rapture. That was all Hollywood's depiction as to what's going to happen. Fake and Bible interpretation. But when you know better, you do better. So when you read the book, you get to see. And that's the gift that the Most High gave me. He let me see and discern. He gave me that high power discernment to look at these movies for what they really are. All these movies that were quote unquote box office hits, you start looking at it when you have a working knowledge of the Bible, looking at it through spiritual eyes.
And all you guys who love TD fakes, he endorsed Left Behind. I believe he's in 1 or 2 of them. He's in it.
Oh, wow.
Now you gotta think about this. If he's in it, what do he know? Because the dead in Christ supposed to be resurrected first. So you ain't see that in none of the movies, did you? You ain't see nobody the dead in Christ resurrected. So we all were asleep. We didn't have our antennas on, but the ones who you guys held up high, these fake pastors, that should have been a red flag to them off top. But they're here to deceive you because they're running with the Antichrist. And who's the Antichrist? The spirit jumps in every pope. And they all are Catholics. All Christians. They're Catholics. That's why they worship on Sunday.
He just said it. Maybe y'all didn't hear him. All Christians are Catholic. The mother of harlots is the Catholic Church, and all of the harlots are the churches are up under him. Have you noticed? If you go to your satanic church on Sunday, that they wearing what? Scarlet and red, papal colors. They wearing papal garb. And you doing what? You crying and wailing and passing out on collection plate, which all ain't none of it biblical. The building ain't biblical. Tithing ain't biblical. These heathenistic holidays ain't biblical. So why are you going? And that that Edomite on that cross is not biblical. I was at work yesterday in an old show. I'm dating myself by talking about this. It's called Give Me a Break with Nell Carter. Do you know they had Black Christ up there and then they made some type of joke up there? Like, I thought Christ was white. You probably can pull it up on YouTube. That triggers my mind because they had another show where they had good times where they were showing the mother was arguing about Black Christ. But when, like I said in a previous podcast, when you look at the names, you see that they are the Rev 29s. That should make you feel some type of way because what? They know you're not gonna read. But see, that goes back to when? What did they do when we tried to read? They put your eyes out. Or they beat you within an inch of your life, or they straight killed you. And then the ones that was they let read, they was reading out and they took out portions of the Bible or had them only reading portions that benefited them.
Yep. That's why the more I think about it and I see it, it's like, okay, the Bible, the King James version that you have today have 66 books, right? So you got 2 6s. Now the carbon makeup of man is 6. So to me, it's like 666 right there, but people don't even see it. And the Bible has way more manuscripts than 66. It has more than 80. It has, we don't even know, but we don't even have the whole 12 apostles' writings. So that's a red flag right there in itself. They removed the book of Enoch, another red flag. They removed the book of Jubilees, Jasher. You can just go on and on, Maccabees. All these books of information that you need has been removed. So who has been pushing this? Oh, the Catholic Church. Down to your Christian church. I don't care if you're Protestant, Methodist, Jehovah's Witnesses.
Christ.
Y'all are harlots of the Catholics.
Woo. That's fine. The mother of harlots.
Yep.
Yeah, hey, man. And when somebody takes something out of a book, guess what that means? They don't want you to know. But then there's no excuse because everybody got these computers, these handheld computers, aka phones in their hand. I have found so many books through the power of the Most High Yah myself, not because of me, because I knew what I was doing. I just started searching. It says, draw nigh to me and I'll draw nigh to you. He unlocks layers. It's levels to this. It's levels to the game. You come in that truth. Year 1, 2, 3. Now you get to year 4. I'm in year 4. He in year 5. You start elevating. He start carving you. You just like clay. She start carving. He start cutting stuff off that don't belong on you. He start separating you. You start isolating you. And what mattered last year don't matter this year. And people trying to put you in the box of what you used to do and secretly talking about you. It ain't none of my business what they say. But I know what I'm going to do. I'm trying every day to not miss the mark. And repenting every day.
Yep. So we repent every day. Me and Reese does it. You should do it as well. You should always try to be as holy as you can in front of the Most High. And even though you do have Yeshua sacrifice that covers the people who really are trying to walk in the way of Most High. He's not covering everybody, not because you just said come into my heart, but then tomorrow I'm out here twerking and I'm at the usher. No, it don't work like that. It don't work like that. You have to put in some work yourself to show yourself is truly in repentance.
I'm glad you just touched on that. There's no work in Christianity. Oh, I believe, and then you get baptized and you start tithing, which ain't got nothing to do. It's not biblical anyway. Where's the work at? You had to say, study to show thyself approved unto Yah. Workman needs not be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. And it says faith without works is dead. You have to have works. You have to use your talents that the Most High gave you. Whatever that talent is, He made us individuals. Everybody has a different talent. And if you come back and you ain't used it, then that's going to be on you. Whatever consequences He divvy out.
Right. And basically what he's saying to all you guys that's in the music industry, if you call yourself a so-called gospel or Christian entertainer, you can't be mixing and mingling with the world and the world artists. That don't even, you look crazy. You can't say, I'm trying to spread my message to a different audience. No, that ain't what the Most High told you to do. You know you just chasing after the world. You chasing after the worldly goods and you want the fame.
Filthy lucre.
You becoming nothing more than just another sinner like them. And it's even worse on you because you know the truth. You know that you don't supposed to do that. Sorry to all you guys who may be hearing this, who love certain people. I don't really want to name drop, but you know, the guy who makes no church clothes. He started off real on fire for the Most High, but now, I can't even tell. He just must be one of the other artists because he don't even barely say his name, even though he was saying the fake name, but he don't even say that no more. It's crazy to me. Like, you chasing after the world, but you want to be accepted by the so-called gospel people. What is wrong with you? What's wrong?
It was all a ploy for money because we were listening to him. Me and Darrell were listening to him and another guy because when we first, right before we got, a couple years before we got there, to listen, oh man, it's tight, blah, blah, blah. But we didn't know scripts like that. But now that we know, and then they are totally worldly now, him and the other guy. They totally worldly now. And I just seen him, who you just talking about, he promoting a Christian dating site. Yeah, that's a Christian dating site. It ain't no Israelite dating site, because guess what? How can two walk together unless they agree? And they say you shouldn't be unequally yoked. So you should be finding people that are not married. You should be finding a person that believes in the Israelite faith just like you do. Anything else will not work, period.
Yep, it will crumble. You have to be walking the same way. The Bible say, when a man finds a woman, he finds a good thing, they come together and become one flesh. So you must vary when you're searching. Now, it's nothing you can do if you already then became one flesh. But, you still got to medicate your other flesh somehow. Most High would show you the way, show you the how, or he would cut it out. It's like a cancer. You just remove it from your life. But all you have to do is just pretty much just wait on him. That's the best advice I can give to anyone. But you must still keep yourself prayed up. All you people out there single, you're not going to find your your soulmate. You're not going to find them in the club. That's just not going to happen.
Club, grocery store, work. You're not going to find them nowhere. You got to get in there. If you're a woman, you got to be a Proverbs 31 woman, and you got to wait on that Israelite man to find you. If you're an Israelite man, then you have to get yourself built up in that word and then choose wisely as an Israelite woman that's in the faith, that's in the scripts like you are, so you can lead her properly. And that both of y'all know y'all roles according to that book.
All praise, because You know, one of our things he's supposed to be doing is building a nation, and we can't build a nation until we reestablish our knowledge with the Most High. So all you guys out here, you know, trying to have 3 or 4 wives and all that, come on now. You ain't even biblically built yourself up or built that woman up to be trying to add 4 or 5 different women into the fold. Like, come on now.
And that's all praises, because that coincides with what I'm about to say, because I'm just got the First Kings today, and just really soaked in my brain that he had 1,000 women. Solomon had 1,000 women. Where in the world? And then they did what? They led him away to the other deities that the Most High said, what? You should not have any other gods before me. That's because, and he did wrong, and now look. That just shows you, us men, Israelite men, you have to have, even if you're married, you should be married. You have to have discipline over your loins. That's one of our biggest issue in the Israelite community. You got these girls having 3 or 4 or 5 baby daddies, or having a whole litter of kids with one man. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Whole litter of kids with one man, and then you do that at an early age. That's why you're supposed to be married. You're having sex, and you're a teenager, and we was together since we was teenagers. Y'all don't even know what y'all doing. And now when you get older and you get serious and you get more seasoned in your thinking and in your knowledge, and then you're no good. What woman wants a man with three different baby mamas or a buttload of kids, and they trying to build, and vice versa? It's not gonna work. That's why we're supposed to save ourselves, but we know most of us haven't. But you're supposed to just, again, marry that Israelite man that's in the faith, marry that Israelite woman, and be done.
And we gotta cut it out too. I speak with a lot of women at my job, and they be saying, a real man wouldn't want to know how many partners I had. Hello? No, I think he do want to know, because nobody wants nobody that didn't have, that been out here and had they damn oil rotated 4 or 5 times. Nobody wants that. And it can be the same way for the males too, when it comes down to it. But all in all, a man do not want his love or his queen to be chest driven 30,000 times. I mean, her soul ties are so tied to so many people. Your relationship is gonna fail because she got too many different entities that have been in her.
Yeah, same. And like you just said, same, vice versa. Same as a man. The woman wouldn't want no man that been with a 1,000 women. And Most High's timing and all his ways are so beautiful. Biblically, both of y'all are supposed to be virgins. So you won't even know what it's supposed to be like with the other people.
Oh, praise.
So you would be satisfied with each other. But what do? We doing all this fornicating, and then it's still burned and etched in your mind. Mm-hmm. All of the sexcapades you done had with this girl and that girl. And then you get married, and then you want to compare, or that all that keep popping up in your mind. No, that's why he tells you, the man and the woman supposed to keep themselves pure. But Babylon is definitely falling because they want to do everything opposite, and the devil is nothing but a copycat. He want to try to mimic and do everything the Most High does, but he ain't got that much time. It's 4th quarter with a minute left.
And males, and turn that porn off, and I battle with that myself sometimes. You gotta turn it off. You gotta crucify that flesh, because you keep looking at that, and your woman ain't doing none of that. So all it's gonna make you do is want to run out here and find you a concubine that you don't need. So cut it off. Cut that unhealthy diet of. It's really. I battle with it myself, but I know deep inside it's idolatry. I love women, but you can't lust after them like that. You just cannot do it.
That's all praises. I know I've been delivered from it, and don't miss it at all, because that's an unrealistic and satanic view of what you want. It's just lust on steroids. That's all it is. Because it starts in what? It starts in magazines. You start looking at new women in magazines, and you start looking at the act on video, and then you want to act on it physically. And that is a powerful tool of the devil to keep you bound and keep you not focusing on what the Most High. You can't move. You're all in neutral, because that's your whole focus. Everything that you do is focusing on women.
Yep.
Getting them, taking them out. You'll never have no money. Taking them out, talking crap, getting blowed, sleeping with them, and you keep going on and on and on and on to the decades go by, and then you are at a point to where you're not where you need to be, and you're almost 50, 40, 30, 40, 50 years old, and you're still doing the same thing.
And then you out here saying, ain't no good women. Well, you damaged about 40 of them yourself. So,
just like that.
That's simple. We gotta take responsibility what we do to our own community.
Gotcha.
Us as man. You can't just keep running through all these women like that's not somebody else. Sister, daughter, cousin, whatever. It's somebody in our biblical bloodline. You are destroying your own family by doing that. So we got to get off of that. We got to.
We got to get off of that, and we are what? We are over them. Colossians tell you that we are over them, because first is the Most High, then Christ, then the man, and then the woman, and the woman teaches the children. They are trained. That's what they are. Communicators by nature. They are trained to believe us. That's why they get mad when you lie. They are trained, especially if you're a guy that know how to talk. They fall for a hook, line, and sinker, and believe. Why? Because they are the weaker vessel, and we are dominant over them.
Yep. We are dominant, and we go together by the Most High's design. They take in our energy and they recharge us at the same time. So if you sticking yourself in somebody's anus, that is totally abomination. It is not designed for that. It cannot absorb nothing. It's to put out waste. So why would you stick yourself in waste? It's like sticking your private in toxic waste. I mean, just for clarification, and even the females, you go put somebody else private in your mouth? You really gonna do that? Another female, you know that mug bleed every 28 days, and you go put somebody else's in your mouth? I'm just trying to get the understanding what is going on out here.
Love is love.
We must use these organs how they were designed by the Most High. It's just that simple.
Flat out. And while we on that, it's so crazy how they can put all that nonsense on this boob tube if they want to. The crazy part is if it's man on man, you cannot get away from the Most High order. Why? Because you have a feminine man and you have a so-called masculine man.
Facts.
And if you're a woman, you have a butch, dyke, whatever you want to call her, bulldogger. You have one that got the haircut like a man and wear man clothes, and you got the feminine one. And then you still got to get back to using the male's false genitalia. That's what they use. So what are you really doing? What you really what you're really doing is a big FU to the Most High. And he's watching all that, and it's all getting recorded.
Yep, we're in heaven's movie. So when you standing up there, don't give all these crazy excuses, cause the Most High got the ultimate DVR. He gonna wind it back for you and show you what you was doing. So, hey, I just pray for you.
Work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Your mama ain't gonna be able to go up there and vouch for you. Your daddy, anybody in your family, you're gonna be accountable for every idle word and every deed, good or bad, that you do. You're gonna get a reward for it. Like they say, play stupid games, get stupid prizes.
And you ain't getting no brownie points talking about I'm a deacon, I'm on the ministry, parking lot ministry. You're not getting no brownie points for that, okay? Because that don't even exist to the Most High. Like, what are you talking about?
And the revelation, I'm going to say it again, that he gave, that Most High Yah gave me, when he says, get away from me, depart from me that ye that work iniquity, get away from me, I never knew you, because he only is going to recognize what's in between Genesis and Revelation. He ain't going to recognize Buddhism, Christianity, Islam, all these other gajillion fake religions that don't have nothing to do with him, not gonna recognize it. So when he got that big red button in the sky and that DVR, just like Darrell just said, and when he called your name and you stand up there, he was like, "This you?" and hit the button, and then you gonna be like, boom. They hit that trap door and go straight in the middle of Sheol.
All praises.
All right, we're going to end this right here. Like I always say every week. Kwam Yasharala.